Your phone could be your biggest moneymaker, but yet most people are not using it the right way. Let me show you how I use this to create multiple seven-figure companies. Every time you think about a problem, for example, a lot of people have what we call mental load. It's all the invisible things we have to think about. Oh, I've got to take my daughter to school. I've got to remember this. I've got to replace this. That's one of the biggest problems that people face, is this mental load and not having something to solve that problem for them. When I look at a business, what are their biggest problems? Well, biggest problem could be they're not generating leads, they're not making money, they're hiring the wrong people, they are working in the business, they're trying to do everything themselves. When I think about this, this is an incredible situation to be in, because now, if we wanted to create a solution for that, it would be almost impossible. But now what can we do? We can now create a solution for that problem. We can now use artificial intelligence to solve that problem in a flash. Literally, I was sat here yesterday, I just took up my phone and I asked ChatGPT, what are the 10 biggest problems that people face in X industry, right? And I actually said in everyday life. And the big thing that came out was organization and managing time, which is basically productivity. So then I came up with an app that people could actually, create. I have no coding skills at all, but I built this in like 10 minutes. And now I can deploy this, and now I can charge people to use it. This is what's known as a SaaSpreneur, where if you've ever paid for Netflix, you paid like $10 a month, you can create your own piece of technology or your app and you can launch it. For example, if people travel a lot but they don't know where to travel to, you could say, what are the top 10 problems that people face when they travel? Booking hotels, booking flights, finding stuff about the area. Imagine if you just went to this vibe coding and you told it to do something, okay, create an app that can solve that problem. So basically, you keep it really simple. You have all the questions that people ask about it, and then you have all the questions to solve that problem, and you merge the two together. Now you have a solution. When you have a solution, you can sell that solution to somebody else. This is the opportunity we have right now. And I'm telling you, it's kind of like the early days of the .com. They needed a web designer. We're at that level. If we go back 10, 20 years, that's where we're at right now, right? So you have the ability to work from anywhere you want to work. I mean, I can show you, I'm in this beautiful location, on this beautiful island, and I literally sit here, I think of an idea, I find a problem, and then I create a solution for it without having to have a big development team. In the past, every app that we would have to create would cost us a minimum of $250,000. And then you'd have to have a development team that's always on payroll that would have to solve that issue. Now you don't. Now it's just you on a beautiful resort, on a beautiful island, thinking about an idea and then monetizing it. So we're now moving into the world of the AI freedom architect. So AI, we use technology as a solution. Freedom, we can do it from anywhere in the world. Architect is we're going to design something just like we would design blueprints for a business, right? Or blueprints for a house, or blueprints to do a specific task. We now live in a position where we can create all of these opportunities and we get paid to do it. So now think about this for a second. If a business hires somebody, let someone in their tech, and they pay them $50,000-$60,000 a year. So let's say they pay $2,000 to $3,000 a month to hire someone into the company. Like, do you not think a business would rather hire somebody without the overhead that can do all of this stuff for them, right? If you walk into a business now and you say, look, let's say you're a business, but they have no social media, but this person can go in and use AI to create social media for them. Or this person can go in and create systems for them so their team can be more productive and more efficient. Or this person comes in and says, hey, you need more sales, but you don't have any salespeople. Here's some AI that can do the sales for you, that can do automatic chatting, that can talk to them on the phone. This is the opportunity we're living in, and in a few clicks, you can make this happen. So then you think about how much would a business pay? Like my consulting fee, I charge a sizable amount. But if I said to them, instead of paying me the consulting fee, I'll do the thing for you and I'll do it in less than a day. How attractive does that seem to them? And what would they pay for? So now we're living in a world where people, they pay for what we call a done for you. They pay for a specific result. And that's why I do a lot of education. Because people always come to me and say, oh, John, can you do my social media for me? Or John, can you design my sales funnel for me? Or John, can you do my business plan? All these done for you things that businesses would need, we create solutions for them. By the way, if any of you really are interested in learning this stuff, you can book a call with my team and they'll tell you a little bit more about how you guys can get involved and learn more about this. But I think one of the biggest challenges that a lot of people face is, number one, yes, they know that AI exists and they know the tools are there. The problem with that is, how do you apply it? how do you put it into a business? For example, a lot of people know that they are what we call LLMs, large language models, like ChatGPT, like Claude, like Gemini, like DeepSeek. All these are out there, and that's great. They spend billions of dollars creating this stuff. But how do we actually apply it to everyday life? I'll give an example. My wife just said to me, oh, you know, I want to have our daughter go have a piano lesson. She can only do it on Monday, but the person's not available on Monday, so I've got to manually go in and email that person. Wouldn't it be great if you just set up an automation that you can say, okay, this is the person's email to do with piano lessons, and go back and forward, and the number one objective is to get that person to teach the lesson on Monday, instead of you go back and forward all the time. Or imagine how many emails you get on a regular basis. You have to reply to every single email. Doesn't it make sense for you to just have a process that would actually reply to that email for you, right? So you're not going back and forward. Like, I get thousands of emails, and some of these emails, a lot of them are spam. Some of the emails are promotional stuff. Some of the emails are really important though. Hey John, I saw you speak in LA. I would love to have you come speak on my stage. What's your keynote fee? Or John, I heard you on a podcast with XYZ person. I'd love to have you on our podcast. Or John, I've got this business proposition and it needs funding right now. Is there any way we can collaborate together? And I miss a lot of these emails, but when I start putting automations and workflow in, anytime an email comes in with the word podcast in there, it gets sent to my executive assistant. Anytime someone comes in with a partnership deal, it goes to my manager. So it's all automated. The key to this is to spend a bit of time architecting what you want and the solution, and then having the AI do it for you. And literally, I just created this app, and I'm not even a coder, but this app that I created helps people track progress, right? And build habits. Because what I realize is that people can learn something, but they don't do it. Good news, AI can do it for you, but you still need to track the habit. So for example, if you want to work out, you need to track the habit of going to the gym. And what is measured can scale. This is one of the reasons why I created this app as well. I call it the habit builder. A lot of these things that we think about, we can solve problems and issues that people already have. The question is, are you going to do it? Because right now we're living in a very unprecedented time where people know that it's coming, but either they are afraid of it or they kind of turn a blind eye, but eventually it's going to hit them. When I look at all the things that I've done and the 20 years of experience that I've had in business, and when I look at these cycles don't come around very long. And when you catch the cycle, for example, the .com, I missed that. And then went to real estate, right? Real estate, I caught that. Why? I was prepared. Success is when preparation meets opportunity. Then you had the social media, I caught that. And then the next one, we had crypto, I missed it. Why? Because my friend said to me, oh, crypto's a scam and therefore you should invest it. And I listened to him. You know, one of the best advices I've ever had is never listen to your friends, only listen to counsel. I pay for the counsel, because a lot of people take unsolicited advice from people who don't even have the experience in that. I remember going to a friend and asking him about real estate. Oh, don't invest in real estate. It's risky. What do you mean? What if you can't rent it? Or what if I can rent it? What if I can sell it? You see, there's all these different exits that I started to realize that you should not go to your friends for the advice. So that crypto, I missed that. And then we had the NFT scene that came in. And then now, of course, the next wave is artificial intelligence. And these waves come every 7 to 10 year cycles. And they don't happen that often. If you're in your 40s right now, you've probably got 3 or 4 of these opportunities left to get into this. And a lot of people say, well, John, I don't really want to do this. I don't know how this works. And people say, is AI going to take away my job? No, it's the people who know how to use AI will replace your job. You've probably heard that saying 1,000 times, but I want you to let that sink in, because people really don't understand. And so for me, I get a lot of businesses right now. There are 300 million businesses in the world right now, and there's more coming. Only half of these businesses are actually using AI. But the other half, what we have to do is make sure that we're able to help them implement it. That's what businesses are already paying for. They want to hire people in AI, but they can't even find people. And now that's why the people who know how to use AI are now charging premium. So here's the opportunity. 1, learning AI, upskilling yourself. Because your skills, especially the one you have right now, will expire, right? So we have to learn new ones. So skills gap is getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And do you know the one thing that makes businesses successful is timing. It's not the business plan, it's not the people, it's not the execution, it's the timing of this right now. Of course, a lot of you know that AI is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. We're starting to see autonomous cars driving by themselves now. We're starting to see restaurants using robots cooking food, right? In fact, if you go to restaurants, even the robots bring you the food now. So we're living in unprecedented times, and now we need to get ready for it. So number 1, you need to learn before you earn. Number 2 is you need to find people to implement this for. And number 3, you need to be part of a community that can really help you grow and scale. And if any of you would love to partner with me on this stuff, I have so many people that ask me, can I do this AI stuff for them? And so if I have 1,000 people that come to me right now, there's only one of me, and our team is limited. So I want to build that team out. So if any of you are interested, if you're good at AI, if you want more freedom, right? If you want to travel around the world, again, people don't want a job, they don't want a business, they want something in between. They want the ability to have the freedom to work on their own terms, and they don't want uncapped income, and they also don't want a lot of overheads. Businesses will pay you a fee every single month to create this, or they'll pay you a one-time fee to do it for them. And this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking to train people up in this field. I'm looking to also help people grow and scale, and we grow together. When the tides rise, all the ships, they rise at the same time. So if any of you are interested in this, we actually have a certification program. If you want to learn more about that, I'll leave a link in the description. You can book a call with one of my team, and they'll be able to walk you through all the details. And I so look forward to really helping you guys scale, and we scale together, and we help a lot of business. That's our number one mission. Make people successful, help businesses scale. That's it. Also leave some more links in there so if you want to learn more about all of the stuff. And also make sure you check out this video here because that really help you get started in this specific strategy.